If you haven't gone through and thought about these questions yourself, you're going to want to stop watching the video. I'm going to give away some stuff that I'm hoping you can come to on your own. Remember that reflection piece is really important for the learning in this unit. Okay, and it does not have to be full sentences. I won't be marking punctuation or anything like that, so you can just jot down notes in here. The jotting can be quick, but make sure the thinking is quality thinking. Okay, so what does the snail look like? This could be any answer. It doesn't really matter, and hopefully you haven't looked at the book, or if you've read this book before, hopefully you can't remember exactly what the author and the illustrator think the snail looks like. This is a great opportunity for you to come up with anything that you think the snail could look like. Okay, and what makes you think that? In reflection on this question, I'm hoping that you'll come to the conclusions that your own experiences will change the way that you interpret things. Your experiences of the physical characteristics of characters or what they look like will change it, but also your experiences of how you've interacted with people in your life might color or change the way that you look at the interactions of characters in a book. And that is all wonderful. That's part of what makes reading so great, is that your own experiences are going to make you look at it different than somebody else reading the exact same book. Okay, do you think he looks the same to everyone? Why or why not? In reflection on this one, I hope that you thought about how everyone would have different experiences. If you're someone who has seen lots of pictures of snails, you might have a very vivid image of a snail. If you're somebody who has never seen one in real life, never done any projects around snails or learned about snails, then maybe it would be a little bit less detailed and less specific, and that's okay. The whale chooses to take the snail, and the snail chooses to leave his home. So choose one of the characters and answer the following. What was the character feeling so far in the story? Okay, so if you are picking the snail and you're thinking about what would make a character want to leave their home, in his case, he talks about how he wants to see different things. He wants adventure. He wants to be able to visit lots of different places and have new experiences. So if the question is, what was the character feeling? Then you can start to interpret, okay, what would someone who is wanting adventure be feeling? And maybe they're feeling bored. Maybe they're feeling like they don't have a lot of attachments in their life. Maybe they're feeling like their life is great and they'll be back to it, but they don't want to let it pass them by. Okay, and the whale chooses to take the snail with him. So what would make a character choose to do that? The snail is, we can guess the snail is a stranger to the whale because he just posts the sign saying lift wanted. And so what would the whale be feeling to go and give this ride to a complete stranger? And it's all prediction here, we're just guessing. I would guess that maybe the whale was a little bit lonely and the idea of traveling with somebody was appealing to him. But your guess is as good as mine. What are some possible consequences of the character's choice? Okay, so consequences of the snail leaving home. He could miss out on some things. He could miss his family. He could get hurt. And the whale's consequences, well, I start to think of, if I'm going to travel with somebody that I don't know, that could go very well or not very well. There's a lot of things. And I have done this before, traveled with somebody that I didn't know very well. And lucky for me, it went really well, but it could easily have been a disaster. Those are my experiences, though. My life experiences color my interpretation of that. So if you're someone who hasn't done a lot of traveling, you might not go there with the whale's choice. Maybe you're thinking the whale is just a nice character who wants to help somebody, and consequences of helping somebody might be that you feel better about yourself. Okay, do you think it would be a good choice at the end of the story? Why or why not? This is just prediction. So I want you to think about the snail's choice to go with the whale Do you think it will be good or bad, and why or why not? And you can just use your imagination. Why might that be a good thing or not a good thing? Okay, and same thing with the whale, his choice to take the snail with him. Why might it be good? Why might it be bad? I've read the book lots of times, so I'm not going to make a prediction here, but hopefully you did.